Hola mi gente, welcome to Kiss My Crafts and welcome to my whip and chat dedicated to hashtag Year of the Whips 2023. It's almost time, January 1st, that's when it begins. I am hosting along with Vivian from Diamonds Around You. I'll link her down below. So you're probably asking what that is. And before I get into it, you're probably asking, what am I diamond painting now? Because it looks different than the one I had on my table last, right? Well, what had happened was I couldn't help myself. Excuse me. I could not help myself. I got a gift. I couldn't resist. I had to get it and make it a whip so I could work on it throughout 2023 for whenever I put it on my table for rotation. Um, yeah, I did. I started a new one last night when I should have been doing other things. Now, when you see this video, it's probably going to be days after actually recorded it. I'm trying to fit everything into one weekend before I leave for my vacation. So I'll probably be in Florida as you see this. Okay. Taking a sip of my coffee. I got up super early so I could get all these videos in and then just release them little by little throughout the week. So what am I working on? My girl Whitney sent me um what's this called? I coño, I have it right here. Sweet Candy Apple by Romy Lerda. And it's an artist that Dreamer Design has now that I am absolutely in love with. I have um Sunshine Grace, I think it is, by her as well. That was gifted to me by my sister. I have all the other ones on my wish list. I love them all. So it's like a new favorite artist of mine. And yeah, it's the big head, big eye chicks, but they're so pretty. So when I saw this, I couldn't resist starting it. So I did, and I'm gonna make some changes. But first, before the changes actually happen, I'm gonna see how it looks because I have these crystal ABs that are that I can swap out for the regular DMC drill. But let me see if I can get them. Which one was it? 796 is 23, which I have right here. They're pretty different in color, but I'm gonna see how it looks. I'm gonna see if it doesn't make much of a difference. I'm swapping them out. Um, Then there's 3766, which is this one right here. So I'm going to swap that out. Isn't that pretty? I love it. And so there's not that many. I have enough of the crystal ABs for both. And going to see how that looks. And then something I did, which I dared to do, is I have 3371, right? 3371 is one of my least favorite colors to drill. It's just a really dark brown. But guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to swap it out for this. And it's going to be pretty. I'm swapping it out, mi gente. They're almost identical except for the AB coating. Right? Maybe not, but I don't care. They give off a brown vibe and I'm going to use them. I already put some down. You could barely notice them because I have the light pad on, and I'm not going to show you how it looks until this is like closer to being completed. Or at least this section. Okay, we're in focus now. So yeah, those are the changes I'm going to make, and I don't think I'm going to do any other changes. But yeah, I'm excited to see this one start to get done. My other Lerda, oh God, I got a good portion of her done. I only did it for 3 sessions. It works up so quick because there's a lot of color blocking, so I'm enjoying that one too. So these are going to be flipped back and forth, rotated or whatever, onto my whip, my whip goals for next year, which comes to why I'm making this video. Let me start drilling. I have, and someone counted, I'm not sure if it's the exact count because she wasn't sure either, but she thinks she counted 44 whips, and that's diamond painting alone. That's ridiculous. I haven't a problem. I see a pretty diamond painting, and not all my diamond paintings I want to start as soon as I see them. A lot of them I say I want to start, but I put them away. Whoa, am I doing the right number? The right symbol? Yes, I am. Are you seeing what I'm doing? Yes, you are. Oh, hold on, I got a frog in my throat. So, I had been wanting to just kind of just work on whips. I was gonna do it in 2022, but I don't know. Time got away from me. I didn't think about it no more, whatever. But I've always been left with that feeling of doing something so I can get some whips done. So originally I was just gonna say, 2023 is gonna be the year of my whips. And as I started talking in the whipping chat where I mentioned it, by the end of the whipping chat, it turned into an event. And then that event turned into a year-long event. So it's going to run from January to December. And we most likely will have to start it again in 2024. Why not? So as time went on, I decided this is a big job for only one person. There's going to be giveaways. There's going to be a Facebook group, we decided, and I'll get into that in a little bit. So I invited Vivian from Diamonds Around You. I call her Vivi. From Diamonds Around You. That's her channel name and her Instagram name. To co-host with me, and she said yes. Which I was very happy about. So we talked about it. And we decided instead of using Instagram, because the hashtag posts on Instagrams are having issues and people's posts are not showing up. And you can see them on there. You can see their posts on the regular feed if you happen to catch it. You can see their posts on their page, on their own feed. But you don't see the posts when you look up the hashtag. I need some new wax. I'm over here. We're trying to pick up drills and they're not just not doing it. So what do I use? I use Nacho Mama's mud. I really, really like it. It's so far the only thing I've been using for a little while. In the single placer and in the multi placer. I didn't give up on the dots. I just was using a metal tip, a metal placer. And for some reason, even though this is metal as well, this tip here, for some reason it just wasn't working out with the metal tips. Which I have. Where do I have the metal tips? On my no roll. It's on my no roll. So I started just using the Nacho Mama's mud because it worked a little better. So, and then I switched to this pen, which was given to me by my friend Keisha Warren. Isn't that pretty? So I decided to switch it up. I want to give all my pens some love. I have quite a few, not a whole lot. Like I've seen people's collections, but I have quite a few and I need to show each and every one of them some love. I tend to not change up, just like I've been using this tray. I tried the Muni Made, but I don't know. I think it's a matter of getting used to. Maybe I'm just used to this size now and this is good enough for me. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so my whips are out of control. I also have a lot of cross stitch whips. I have some crochet whips. I have crochet whips that are in boxes, put away, unfinished for years and years. I'm not worried about those. I'm worried about the one that I currently have in my project bag that is my train project. Excuse me. And I haven't been taking it with me, so And it's almost finished. I need to get that done because I want to send it to its recipient because I have a person in mind for it. I have to finish that. That's my main crochet whip. And then I have that virus blanket that I started with the ombre yarn, the red heart ombre yarn. I haven't touched it since the last time you saw it, but I need to get that back out. My diamond painting whips, my cross stitch whips, my paint by number whip. I have one. Excuse me. All that's going to get some love this year. Maybe not every single whip, but as far as the diamond painting, I'm going to have 3 or 4 in rotation every month. Hopefully, I will finish one during the month. Maybe I'll pick one that's a lot done, one that is halfway done, and one that's just started, something like that. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll just pick the ones I've been working on recently. So I'm gonna have like 3 or 4 that I'm gonna work on throughout the month. And at the end of every month, I will put out a whip and chat for the event and show you my progress on whatever whips I worked on during that month. Vivi and I decided that we want to do it and we want it to create a Facebook group so that all the posts will be centrally located and we can find them. It'll be easier for us. I want to track. I want it to be fair. I want the prizes to go to people that are actually participating. I may throw in a couple of whipping chats where you might be offered a prize just for a comment. But mostly it's going to be for participants, okay? And you should be subscribed to both of us because we're both going to be giving away prizes. Let's talk about prizes. I'm not sure yet what we're going to give away. If anyone with a shop with extra stuff that they don't want that is new and want to donate, anyone with a shop, a store, Etsy, any small business, any big business that would like to sponsor this event, my email is always down below, and I'm sure Vivian's email is as well. Contact us. We will not say no. It would be nice to offer a lot of prizes. So far, what we have in mind is coming out of our pocket or out of our stash. But it would be nice to have some sponsors. I am not the type to ask people to reach out and ask. It's just, I don't know if it's shyness, introverted. I'm very uncomfortable with asking people for anything. Where that is concerned. I tried it once. I didn't even get a reply. I felt like shit. So I said to myself, I'm not doing that again. I might reach out to Tina because Tina did tell me that when I have an event, if I want a sponsor, just let her know. So maybe I'll get something from her. So yeah, so if anybody is listening and wouldn't mind sponsoring one thing, two things, whatever, we would be so greatly appreciative of it. Okay, so what do you have to do as a participant? Join the Facebook group. Now I know some people do not do Facebook. I have a Facebook, but I'm not on it much. But like I was talking about earlier, Instagram, using a hashtag on Instagram, we may not see everything. And then we have to be friends. We have to be following each other if we're going to see each other's posts. The hashtag is not enough. So we decided to do it on Facebook. The Facebook by now should be created. As of now, before January 1st, you're welcome to post. If you have joined, you are welcome to post in the group. But in the beginning of the month, I will be posting a linked post where you are going to show us your whips. Okay. What I want to know. And how are we going to do this? So I don't have to put too much on a spreadsheet because I am going to be keeping track, and I wanted to make it as simple as I can because remember I have 2 chuck-alongs that I have to do during the year. So this is what we're going to do. You're going to number your whips. You have 5 whips. You got whip 1, whip 2, whip 3, whip 4, whip 5, and so on. And when you're going to post one picture of whip 1, whip 2, whip 3, and so on. And if you happen to finish said whip 1, whip 2, whip 3, and so on, then you're going to put whip number 1, finish, whip number 2, finish, whip number 3, finish. It's not going to be an entry for every picture that you post. You're welcome to post in the feed, but on the pinned post, it will be your whips by number. Okay, a picture of the first whip you're going to work on. If you're going to do a rotation, you're welcome to put whip number 1, whip number 2, whip number 3 in the comments. If you have 50 whips, show us the ones that you're going to start off with first. You could tell us how many you have. I would love to know how many whips you have. So there'll probably be a post there for you to answer that, even though that has nothing to do with prizes or anything, but out of curiosity and nosiness, I want to see if there's anybody that has more diamond painting whips than I do. It would comfort me to know that there are. So, should you not use Facebook, you are welcome to email us, okay? You can email us a montage of whip 1, 2, 3 pictures, and when you finish, you can also, but just make sure that in the subject, you put that this is for the year of the whips 2023, okay? So then it'll stick out to me, and I will make sure and see it because I get so many emails, and a lot of them are just offers from stores, but it's overwhelming, and I want to make sure that I catch yours should you be emailing us. Okay, so let me go over that again. You're going to join the Facebook group, or you're going to email pictures. Each whip is going to be numbered. You're going to keep track of your own numbers, okay? I'm not going to keep track of your numbers. I'm not going to say, well, this was whip 2 last week. Why is it whip 3 this week? You know what I mean? No, you are going to keep track of your numbers, and keep the same number for each whip. So whip number 1 will be whip number 1 until it's finished. Whip number 2 will be whip number 2 until it's finished. And when it's finished, you will say whip number 2 finish. You're not going to say finish number 2. No. You're going to, because that might not be your second finish. That might be your last finish. But you're going to keep it the same number. Okay? And you're going to post those pictures in the pinned post, which will probably change every month so it don't get so clogged up with a lot of comments. But it'll be there all the time, okay? And once I like your picture, that means I have the information and it's on the spreadsheet. Do not worry if I haven't liked it at one point or another before the new post goes up. Sometimes I get behind, but I always catch up. Ask Mindy. So yeah, mi gente, it would be a pleasure to have a lot of people join us. We are going to think of some good prizes. Maybe we'll have some lives. I know for the end, we will be having a live, and that'll be in January of 2024, beginning, because we're not going to do it on December 31st. Unless her and I aren't doing anything, we might have a New Year's live. Who knows? Let's see. We'll see. We don't know what's going to happen from now to a year from now. But I'm excited. I have a goal to finish 8 diamond paintings throughout the year. Hopefully I'll get to finish more. I'm not gonna say I'm not starting any during the year. I cannot promise that. That is something that I cannot hold on to, but I will be starting less and hopefully finishing more. So yeah, I think we covered it. I'm gonna link Um, Vivian down below. Make sure you go check her out and subscribe so you don't miss what she's going to be doing. She will also be having a video out for about the event during like a whip and chat or something, I think. Um, I'm trying to see what else. I think that's about it, mi gente. Number your whips. As a matter of fact, I'm nosy already. Comment down below. How many whips do you have? How many whips do you want to finish? Do you have goals? Are you joining the event? And if you are, what are your goals? What do you plan? What are your expectations for yourself? What would you like to see during the event? What kind of things? We can have a Mad Lib Live event. I thought that was so much fun, okay? That was so much fun when we did it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I did a live with Christopher Kalasa and Diamond Painting with the Besties, Miranda, for the end of our Rude, Crude, and Nude 2022 event. And we did a Mad Libs. We did a dirty, what was it? Rude, Crude, and Not So Nude Mad Libs. And I could barely read back the story after we picked all the words. It was hilarious. So we can do that. We might do a couple of lives throughout the year, maybe pop-ups. So yeah, maybe we'll have something going on in the group. Monthly. I know we're gonna take turns doing definitely a prize not every quarter, every 3 months. Okay, we're gonna take turns, but we'll definitely add some more in between. Maybe some games in the group. Maybe I don't know. We're gonna play it by ear. I don't want it to be difficult. I hope you get it. What you gotta do. Number your whips. When you post a picture, make sure you keep that same number for each of your whips. Whip number one will always be whip number one, even when it's finished. Whip number two will always be whip number two, even when it's finished, and so on. Post those in the pinned post at the beginning of during the month. You can post in the pinned post your whips, your whip pictures, but I only want one whip picture of each whip as you work on them. I don't want progress photos. And then if that whip is done, one finished picture. Make it easy on me. I don't want to do a big giant spreadsheet with thousands and thousands of entries, okay? If you have any questions, ask them down below, message me, email me. My email's always in the description box. What else? I think I covered it all. I think I'm finished with this symbol. So yeah, mi gente. Here, I hope you're joining us. Comment down below if you're joining us, how many whips you have, and what your goal for this event is going to be. All right, mi gente. So you know what to do. Until my next video, take care of yourselves. Be safe. Have a wonderful holiday, no matter what you celebrate. And besos. Mwah.